Hey guys. Welcome back to another episode of that. And I was just swimming on my way to this review because we're gonna review the Once Upon a Time Hollywood film by Quentin Tarantino, the 9th film of Quentin Tarantino. Whew, this movie. I got nothing negative to say. And I mean, honestly, I feel like there's nothing negative to say. Mainly I think I'm just kind of still alive from seeing that movie. You know what I'm saying? And there are some faulties here and there, and one of them is the story. The story is really, really good, but it kind of loses. You kind of get lost here and there. It picks right back up, but you kind of get lost in between, and you're kind of like, what happened? And then you kind of figure it out, you know, as the story moves along. But other than that, this movie was really, really great. Quentin Tarantino is such a great storyteller, and he knows how to grab a piece of history and turn it. And like most of his movies, they leave you with a big what if. So that's how this film kind of goes about. By the way, this is a spoiler review. We're not gonna do a non-spoiler because I was the only one who watched it. You know, we were supposed to all watch it.
A little vacation.
And well, they didn't watch it. But we're gonna jump right back into this. Like I said, well, this follows Leo DiCaprio's character, which is Cliff. Let me check one more time. Hold on. Stay with me. Rick Dalton. I don't know why I wrote Cliff. God damn it. Rick Dalton. We're gonna keep this in. And his stunt double, Cliff Booth, which is played by Brad Pitt. It also gives a little bit of glimpse of Sharon Tate, and that's played by Margot Robbie. And this story technically takes place in this piece of history where Sharon Tate was alive, and during the 1969 her murder in 1969 by the Manson family. So that's basically what the plot is, and you're waiting to see what's gonna happen because, as you know, and I just mentioned, Sharon Tate got murdered by the Manson family in a really, really gruesome way when she was pregnant at 8 months. And this was something that it's really sad in history. It's kind of what shaped a big part of the United States during that time period, because it kind of alerted everybody, and it was just a horrible time. It really took a big piece of history here, and what today Hollywood is, and what the United States basically is. And I'm not gonna get into detail with the Charles Manson thing. Go read it. Go to his wiki. I'm pretty sure you can find it there. But what Tarantino did in this film is he grabbed it and he created basically like a fairy tale, and it left you. The ending is, to me, it's a what if, right? But it's a happy what if, because I'm just gonna talk about the ending really quick. And during the time where the Manson family was supposed to go kill Sharon Tate, they were doing the little spying or whatever, and in this scene, Rick Dalton comes out, and you know, he starts yelling at the Manson family like, "Hey, what the hell? You know, this and this," and it kind of, and he shooed them away, right? So they left. And when they're leaving, they're saying to themselves, "Oh man, that's Rick Dalton. He was the dude who came on TV and stuff like that." So they kind of deviate from the plan of killing Sharon Tate and the everybody who's inside that house, and they try to go for Rick Dalton. But you know, during this time, Cliff Booth, his stunt double, and again, you want to say his best friend, because the dude has Rick Dalton's back like 100%. You want a friend like Cliff Booth, goddamn, because that dude is crazy. He takes his dog and he's smoking a cigarette dipped in acid or something like that. And when he comes back, he finds the Manson family inside the house. He recognizes them because he's already met them before. And basically, you know, he whips the living crap out of them. Quentin Tarantino style. Like, it's gruesome, it's gross. You turn away, you turn back, and it's still going. That's how freaking crazy that was. But and that's basically it. You know, he kills the Manson family, and Leonardo DiCaprio grabs his torch, flames the shit out of one of them, and he meets Sharon Tate, and then the movie ends. But the reason why I wanted to go with that first is because I wanted to give you an insight of how this movie got shaped, because it's a piece of history that could have been a what if, right? And then the what if would have come afterwards, and you can make your own conclusion after that, because that's what the what if is. But the whole story basically revolves around Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth, and it's just Rick Dalton, a really huge superstar, and I'm guessing the late 50s, early 60s, and then during this time period, he starts taking it downhill because, well, he was focused on Western movies, and that was kind of his thing, and he never really grew, and he stayed in that department. And well, the thing is that in the 60s, that kind of started to die off, and that was all Hollywood, Western style. That was all Hollywood, and the new Hollywood was taking over, and that's why Sharon Tate was so important during this time era, because she was an upcoming actress who was really, really talented. And well, it just goes on from there. But we see the life story of Rick Dalton during that time period, like I said, and we see his ups and downs during that time period, and then we see Cliff Booth being the stuntman, having his back, always covering for him, kind of cheering him up. And I mean, that's it. I don't know what else to tell you from that, because that's pretty much what happened. I guess the biggest plot change would be the ending, and a little bit in between where Cliff Booth kicks Bruce Lee's ass, which is weird, because, well, not weird, because it's a fairy tale. And in this case, what Quentin Tarantino did is he grabbed the stuntman and actually made him into some kind of like superhero-ish, because there's scenes where he's fighting, and like I said, the last scene is really, really gruesome, but he punches somebody and the dude like kind of flies, and you don't see that because it's not real, right? You punch somebody, they don't fly, they just, your hand hurts, and his hand wasn't hurting. He wasn't going like, he knew what he was doing, and the fact that he's kicking Bruce Lee's ass kind of makes him look like superior than everybody else. And I think that's what he was trying to what Quentin Tarantino was trying to show us, is the fact that without these stuntmen, there's no movie, because they take risks, and risks that nobody else would take, and they're always putting their lives in the line and stuff like that. So basically, overall, this movie is really, really great. I recommend you go watch it. Quentin Tarantino is a grandmaster storyline, and I'm gonna give you my review really quick, and I'm gonna rate this movie at a 9. Great film. Please go watch it. Let us know what you think. Let me know how I did in this review, because obviously I'm by myself, okay? And I would really appreciate a big like, and then hit the notification bell, and then subscribe. And I'm gonna swim my way out. Later, guys.